Hi guys, welcome to Forkin Allotment. Today what I'm going to be doing is growing some onions from seeds. I'm going to be sowing these seeds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 varieties here. So the first ones we have Isla Craig. These are from Thompson and Morgan, just normal yellow skinned. We have Semaine. These are from Grow Seed. I think they're again normal seed, normal yellow seed. These are Globo from Grow Seed again, another normal yellow one. And we have Red Baron from Thompson and Morgan, now obviously a red. And we have Bedfordshire Champion from Grow Seed. These again are a normal yellow onion. So what we do with onions is we want to plant each onion seed 1 centimetre deep. Now I'm going to be growing in modules. You can grow into pots, but I'm going to be growing into modules. Now there were 3 main reasons for growing onions from seed, and I'll go through this while I'm actually planting these. So the 3 main advantages to growing from seed is the price. Seed is a lot cheaper than it is for onion sets. You get a larger choice of onions from seed. I'm also going to be sowing 2 into each module, by the way. And then you've got the sheer pleasure of knowing you've grown those onions from seed rather than starting them off from sets, which some people may think is like cheating. So there we do our Isla Craig. That'll be our first lot. And so some quick dates for growing onions from seed. So the first thing I would say is, if you're sowing indoors, you can sow from the first week of February. Now we're a bit late getting these in, but it's not going to be an issue. These ones are actually a green seed. You can see that. I think that's some kind of protective coating that they've got on the seed. Sow onions indoors from the first week of February. And then you want to sow them out. If you want to sow outdoors, you can sow them from the last week of March. These are your average UK dates, sorry, by the way. On warm days, your seedlings can be moved outside from the 3rd week of March on a warm day and then put back indoors. Then you want to be hardening off your seedlings from the 3rd week of April. Thin out your seedlings that are sown outdoors from the 2nd week of May, and also plant out your onions which have been grown indoors from the 2nd week of May. So I'll just put them ones in there. There we go. As I say, plant them 1 centimetre deep into a nice seed compost. Keep your compost quite loose as well for onions, because they do like to have some loose loose compost, sorry, for them to grow into, because their roots aren't exactly the most robust of roots. So as I say, you can grow into either these or into modules, but if you do grow into modules, be aware that you are going to have to move them over to sort of an 8 centimetre pot at some point. So you might want to save yourself the hassle of doing that, and just sow them directly into 8 centimetre pots, which can then go into ground. If you do biodegradable pots, you even don't have to remove them from the pots and disturb the roots. So biodegradable pots would probably be even better. You would expect to harvest, if you're starting from the 1st week of February, you will expect to harvest from the end of July onwards from seeds. So let's do these Globo while I go through a few more facts and figures. So your onion seeds stay viable for at least 2 years, which gives you an advantage over sets, which are only viable for 1 season. You want to sow, as I said, sow 2 seeds into each pot or module. I think I missed a module there, didn't I? That one. And then transplant into 8 centimetre pots, but if you're going to go straight into 8 centimetre pots, then that's fine. You don't have to do any transplanting. Now, I'm not growing many of these onions from seed because I have a lot that I put in from sets last autumn. So these are just to test how well they grow from seed. Now what I'm going to do is, because I haven't got any red barren, I've not got no red onions at the plot, I'm actually going to plant 2 rows of these instead of the 1 row which I've done with the rest of them. Now reds are no different to grow from your normal orange, normal yellow onion or white onion. So what we want to do, we want to water our modules from below. Now I don't know if you can see, if I try and angle the camera down a bit. I've got a module tray here which is actually bigger than my modules. Now what I'll do that for is so that I can water them from below. You see? And I can easily get the water into the bottom there. Now what I've done is, because my seed compost is actually quite dry, because it's been sat in the house all winter, is I've actually put some water into the bottom of this pot, and I've put some, I've sprayed over the top of the compost with some water as well. So the ideal temperature for germination is 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or, sorry, it's not, it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But you're anything between 16 degrees or 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 26 degrees Celsius, which is 78 degrees Fahrenheit, will be enough to actually give you a decent crop. I think I've missed some of these modules while I've been talking. You're a man, don't try and multitask. That's the main thing. There we go. So that's our red barren done. Yeah, so anything between 16 degrees Celsius or 60 Fahrenheit and 26 degrees Celsius or 78 Fahrenheit will do, but your optimal temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It will take between 7 to 15 days for your seedlings to emerge. When they do emerge, you want to be pulling out the weaker seedling if more than one emerge in each module. You want to pull out your weaker seedling, probably give them a little while to grow, see which one's going to be your best seedling, and then once you know which one's the weaker seedling, just pull out the weaker seedling and give them a bit of help. So you're just keeping your best seedling there. So there we go. Yeah, onions will grow at a minimum temperature of 10 degrees, and onions can also withstand lower temperatures for short periods, just above freezing, without having a detrimental effect to their growth. So yeah, that is growing onions from seed. I'm trying to get the seeds back in this packet without spilling them everywhere. There. So yeah, that was growing onions from seed. As I say, we've got Isla Craig, Semaine, Globo, Red Baron, and Bedfordshire Champion. One of the things I will say is that you can sow onion seeds from December until February, but as I said, the optimum time is the beginning of February. You want to prick out your seedlings when large enough to handle and put up into 8 centimetre pots. Grow steadily and transplant into well-prepared soil bed from April. When you're putting them out, it says from April there. Now, I'm not saying April, I'm saying May, the second week of May, because that negates any chance of getting a frost which is going to be a lot better for the plant, the plant in the long run. So yeah, that's everything about seeds. And what I'm going to do is I'll cover up each one of these. Just make sure that the seed is nice and covered. As I say, it only needs to be 1 centimetre deep. So it doesn't need to be very deep at all. Just be careful that you don't remove any of your seeds when doing this. What you could also do is only fill up the tray up to 1 centimetre from the top, and then sprinkle over some compost after you have just dropped your seeds onto the top, basically. Or you could just do what I'm doing and prick some holes in it and then cover them over with your fingers. But as I say, just be careful that you don't take out anything, you don't knock out any of the seeds when you're doing this, because I have done that in the past and I wondered why my seeds aren't growing. Like, oh, hang on a minute. Or they're not growing where I put them, they're growing into a different side of the seed tray. So what I would suggest is, if you are growing a few varieties from seed, what you may want to do is grow maybe a module pot, module tray, should I say, of each variety. But as I say, I already have some onions which I've grown from sets, which I started from sets in the autumn. So I'm not actually going to grow too many more. But these are going to be a little tester to see how we grow onions from seed. I've never done it before myself. So if you want to grow along with me, then that is fine. And we'll all experience this experience together. But other than that, yeah, this is everything. That's everything from me for today. This was how to grow your own onions from seed. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Please do check out all of my social media. Follow me on those as well. And until the next time, thank you for joining me, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye bye.